You may have heard about Chris Brown's appearance here on GMA on Tuesday. He and I had a brief interview, and then he performed a single from his hit new album. And it's what happened after that performance that unfortunately made headlines. And our Andrew Canning tells us what happened next and all the reaction to that interview.
Yeah, there's been a lot of reaction. Good morning, Robin. Chris Brown did become very angry backstage here in our studios, talking about his past clearly touched a nerve, and his behavior now has everyone talking.
A shattered window, which Chris allegedly destroyed after he stormed off the GMA stage.
There he is, shirtless, storming out of the studio.
Brown reportedly used a chair to smash a window in his dressing room.
I guess he's not a morning person.
It's the interview that set off a firestorm.
Recently, the restraining order against you that Rihanna had issued has been relaxed. Have you all seen each other, been around each other?
I mean, not really. It's not really a big deal to me now as far as that situation. This album is what I want them to talk about and not the stuff that happened 2 years ago.
Chris Brown had agreed to talk about his past on GMA. But after this performance, he grew angry and stormed backstage with his team. At one point, a cooler was thrown, and this window was broken in his dressing room. At that point, he left the building with his shirt off.
How you doing? What's going on? You said you violated your probation, man?
Brown then headed to an art gallery after tweeting, "I'm so over people bringing this past expletive up, yet we praise Charlie Sheen and other celebs for their expletive." A point debated on The View.
Somebody backstage said, "Oh, he's a thug, Chris Brown." And I said, "Well, why didn't you call Charlie Sheen a thug?"
He is a thug, too.
Well, yeah, but I've never heard that word.
Late last night at his album release party, fans had this to say.
We are all human. We all make mistakes. It happens.
How many pairs of shoes?
Robin conducted one of the first interviews with Chris Brown after his 2009 sentencing.
I was wrong for what I did. And I would definitely say that it's not something that I look past or look over. It's something that's really, really touchy. And like I said, I'm really sorry for what went down and what happened.
And throughout the day yesterday, Brown tweeted a series of very positive messages, telling his fans he loves them, saying he was humbled by all the support he's received.
Yeah, I got a few tweets myself.
I love how it was your second day on Twitter, Robin.
And all that happened. Thank you, Andrea. And you know this, and David knows this, that anytime we have a guest here on the program, that we let them know ahead of time the subject matter, the topics that we're going to discuss. And even right before the interview, I said that to Chris. And I was shocked like everybody else because we've had a wonderful relationship. I've spent time with him, as Andrew pointed out in the piece, at his home. He was very gracious, and we had a very easy conversation. And you saw me laughing during the interview because when he was doing that, I thought he was joking about some things because of the easy relationship that we have. And I'm glad that we've extended an invitation. Would love to have him back. And that he's seriously considering that.
I know that you were moved in your previous interviews with him about how candid he was with you, saying I'm sorry and that he was trying to be better.
Exactly.
But as we said goodbye yesterday on the show, he had just performed, he had blown us all away here, so we were even saying, let's cue the tape again to show that. And here we were saying goodbye yesterday. We didn't know that he had left the studio.
Had no idea.
Had no idea. And we queued up the video again just because we thought, who possibly moves like this?
Exactly.
And we've always known his talent, and so we would...
And wish him the absolute best. And again, we extended the invitation to him, and I sure hope that he takes us up on it because I'd love to have another chat with him.